Don't wait. Call or go to sonobello.com now.
I know what it feels like to not be able to breathe. I grew up with asthma, so I've been where my patients are. Everyone's story is different. Coming from a desk job, it felt like something was missing. Going to school changed that, and now my work saves lives, just like that. It was always meant to be.
Last year in California, there were 200,000 car crashes. When a car crash happens, it's important to have an experienced attorney on your side. The Barnes firm has years of experience handling thousands of car crash cases. We will give you the support you need and help to get the best result possible. If you are injured in a car crash, call the Barnes firm now for your free consultation.
The Barnes firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8-million.
Breaking right now at 3, an American mother and daughter held hostage by Hamas, now free and safe in Israel. Their connection to a longtime NBC correspondent. A deputy struck by a speeding burglary suspect. The vehicle investigators need your help to find. And is that summer sizzle about to fizzle? The First Alert forecast will help you plan your weekend.
The NBC4 News at 3 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Annabelle Sedano. We begin at 3 with breaking new developments in the Israel-Hamas war. As Israel continues to prepare for an expected ground invasion of Gaza, Hamas has released 2 American hostages. The president has now formally asked Congress to authorize $105 billion in new aid for both Israel and Ukraine. And Governor Gavin Newsom is in Tel Aviv. NBC4's Conan Nolan is live in our News Operations Center with breaking details. Conan, what do we know about those Americans released?
Well, what we know is that this is the first good news we've had since the attack on Israel nearly 2 weeks ago.
For the first time since its brutal attack and the taking of several hundred Israeli citizens and foreigners back into Gaza, a hostage release. Judith and Natalie Ronan, American citizens from Illinois, were released to the Red Cross. They are now on Israeli soil. The mother and daughter are direct relations to the wife of former NBC News Tel Aviv bureau chief Martin Fletcher.
Would they be human shields? Would they be killed in the invasion, Israel's invasion in Gaza? Anything, nothing good could possibly happen. And then
200 other hostages taken by Hamas, still unknown.
Tears of anguish turned to tears of joy, and she's the first one that said, that's just our family. What about the rest?
Secretary of State Antony Blinken, later in announcing the release, indicated there was help from a neighboring country.
I want to thank the government of Qatar for their very important assistance.
He would not elaborate. Today, President Biden met with representatives from the European Union, the meeting a day after the president took his plea directly to the American people that U.S. support for Israel and Ukraine is essential for America's national security.
I know these conflicts can seem far away, and it's natural to ask, why does this matter to America?
The president has strikes. Hamas claiming an Israeli missile killed more than a dozen people taking shelter at a Greek Orthodox church. Also in Israel today, Governor Gavin Newsom, whose office released photographs of the governor meeting with survivors of the Hamas attack. The state of California having pledged to ship medical supplies to support humanitarian relief in Israel as well as the Gaza Strip.
Meanwhile, that aid package the president was talking about, it requires congressional approval and a functioning House of Representatives. That is not happening. There was another vote today on the floor of the House of Representatives. Jim Jordan, who lost the first 2 votes, lost this one by an even larger margin. So they don't have a speaker yet, and we have no idea who will take the job. Jordan has said he will not seek a 4th vote. Congress was released. The House of Representatives will be back in session next week. We understand there could be another vote on Tuesday. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
So much that we're waiting for. Thank you very much for that, Conan. And ahead on